evening. Ira Epstein of Linn and Associates with your metal market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for Wednesday, and we're now at the 29th of September, 2021, about 6:40 p.m. Central Time, and I'm back. As they said, Independence Day, I'm back. Yeah, I broke my cable on my studio cord. I got the wrong one in, and then we got the right one in. Thank you, Amazon. They were very good at it, by the way, at getting me what I had ordered quickly. I didn't know you could buy a service from them, by the way, for a couple of dollars, and they'd have it to you between 4 and 8 in the morning the very next day. Did you know that? Works really well. All right. So we're getting a little bit of a lift tonight in the stock indices. Gold market hanging in here at the 1728. The story has to be the silver losing $1. You heard me, $1 an ounce today. And the copper market. I know people want to believe this Evergrande is going to get under control, and I do. But it's going to not be the way you think, is what I'm guessing. It's a reconstruction. It's selling off parts of the business and getting everything away from them. At the end, they may end up being a shell company, but there's still danger. Otherwise, copper would be higher. And the copper market got hit as well. Dollar, wow, year highs. Life of contract highs right now at the expense of currencies all over. As you're taking a look finally at the energies, could this be the crack in the armor where they give up a little bit? It just might. I'm still of the opinion you're making a major low in the grain markets for the harvest. That does not mean it's taken off dramatically. We get a quarterly stocks report tomorrow to pay attention to. So now we get the December gold, the weekly chart of closes. Does that look bullish to you? I don't think so. So straight on down. Remember, this is a market that in May was 1,900, and here you are at 1,726. Inflation is running hot. Fed Chair Powell again said, the biggest thing that the Fed is facing is what? The COVID. And it keeps creating supply chain issues and other problems. And yet gold isn't paying attention to any of that. So where's the inflation hedge? I'm not sure. I'm sure it'll resurrect itself at the end of the day. It's how commodities work. When's the end of the day? As you look at the gold, you've had a classic pattern of lower highs, lower lows. The market is staying under, right here, the 18-day moving average of closes. That's what MAC means, moving average of closes. You fought a major battle that the bears won. Right back here at the 200 and the 100-day moving average. And ever since then, once the market locked in under that 18, the game was over. When you look at the Bollinger Band, once you hit it, you started bouncing against it, and you're just churning yourself lower. What about momentum? Well, it's not going to lock in here. Now, let me explain momentum. The slow stochastic study traditionally bounces between 20 and 80, with the traditionalists saying, anything under 20 is oversold, anything over 80 is overbought. I don't look at it that way. And I got trained on this by the developer of slow stochastics, George Linn. I worked with him on it. At first, I didn't believe any of it. I was a relative strength guy. And in my career, I switched over, and I love what this index does. I like it a lot more than relative strength. But if you take a look, both numbers are not under 20. You're just classically oversold. Then today, both numbers finally settled under 20, and tonight both are there. You're still classic oversold. You can't convert this until Friday, and if both numbers by Friday are still staying under 20, game changes on you. Then you do what we call embedding, and when you embed, you normally lock in and make runs to the upside. Let's see if I have another one here. They don't happen in gold all that often. The downside, and once you embedded, you made it. And when you lose the reading, then the game comes alive to the upside. So you have to learn how to work with it. It often leads price. In the gold-silver ratio, with silver down $1 against gold, forget it. Look at silver. Right down to the lower Bollinger Band. It, too, is trying to develop an embedded reading. Let's get rid of tonight because we don't know where tomorrow's going to end up. Both numbers on Wednesday under 20. The day before, not. So just like gold, oversold. Oversold conditions develop and go this way. They either correct by no longer being oversold, which takes a market rally, or they embed. The embedding is the hardest thing to learn in them because it's when the momentum index, instead of correcting, stays locked in after a certain point. And when that occurs, most people are still buying, and they're the ones getting churned on the downside. Why do I say most? I own brokerage firm, and I see what the average guy does, and I have for 5 decades, okay? Watch this phenomena. I was one of them. You learn about it. So now we get to the copper market. I can't give a death knell to copper. I can say that the trend is down, lower highs, lower lows. I can say that the 410 area could be a support zone, maybe the 409 right in there. But more likely, if it gets good news, it'll go back and keep fighting at that 18-day average of closes, but a difficult market. When you look at the platinum market, lower highs, lower lows, still in a bearish trend. You can see momentum sort of flattening out here. Doesn't want to drop the way that the silver and the other markets did. And the palladium still in a bearish trend. What about embedding here? Again, you don't count today, which is Thursday, because you don't know where Thursday is going to end up. You already know Wednesday had both numbers under 20. You did on Tuesday. Now watch this. You did not the day before. So if tomorrow finishes that way, then you're embedded in this aggressive selling on rallies until that red line closes back over 21 is what I think the pros will do. In the dollar index, the odds of staying over an upper Bollinger Band 5% of the time. I want to be the house taking the other side of the bet. I'm going to lose 5% of the time, but more times than not, it'll come correcting in, and that does not mean I'm bearish. That is not what I'm saying, even remotely. What I am saying, this is a sign of strength still. What about embedding here? Watch. Both numbers you can't count. You can count. They're not open yet for Thursday. Both over 80, both over 80 on Tuesday, both over 80 on Monday. Game is locked in. So I think the pros will start buying the breaks in the dollar index until the red line closes back under 80. Got that? That's the game plan that I'm looking for. So we talk so much, and we cover for you so much in our Linn research. It's not just us. I hope many of you watch David Hightower. He talks with us. For those of you that trade in the grains at this time of the year, we have 2 meteorologists that are the best. We have a full-time meteorologist in our company because we do so much grain business as well as the other part. My division, I'm in the financial part, but this is where it's at. And yes, my brokers work in the grains. I got guys that have been in the grain business 40 years with me. So it's an interesting time in the markets. How do you get our free research so you can see, does this make sense? The word is free, no credit card, nothing. The smartest thing you can do is give us a call. We will set it up for you. You can also go to our website under free offers. Everything's there, all of our free offers. Take advantage of them. We'll be rotating a lot of them out. So as the year goes on now, we're in the season of many changes. I was today all day long meeting with IT people, changing our web pages, things of that nature. They're not going to be small changes. They're going to be rather major. But we're doing that in marketing. We're doing it with everything. Take advantage because the free offers are going to change the same way. In the meantime, I'm Ira Epstein. I'd appreciate you watching me. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube, give me a thumbs up if you like it. I hate if you give me a thumbs down. In fact, don't do it. Just don't do anything. I'm Ira. Have a great day.